Mike V TradeGateHub. I need another hour. I need another hour. I need longer. Hymns. Hood. Look at these oils now. Look at CRK. Schlumberger. This is the sector. CVS, I'm short. And I'm shorted nicely. I've been shorted the whole day. 70 strike price. You know what? I'm doing us a disservice. CVS. No, I'm not. CVS. 70 strike price. I should take some off here as a short. Scotch, look at this, see this thing? Scotch Miracle yesterday. Okay? Stock yesterday was $45. And I'm along 6,000 shares. A lot of things went through my head. I saved myself to a degree. It could have went to 40. I'm saying if it's not working on little size, what makes me think it's going to work on big size? Now I'm looking at other things. I'm looking at freaking John Deere. You know, I'm looking at Moss. I'm looking at the Moss. Look at the other ag stocks. This SMG yesterday was 45.24. I sold it at 49 and changed. I thought I was a hero. Look at this thing yesterday. 45. Now it's 53.20. I shorted some at the gap as a trade. Bad trade. QBTS taking volume, taking calls. Okay, I want to talk about another thing, taking calls. Most importantly, there's always time to go to the red YouTube icon button. And be a cool. Look at this. You know, I haven't looked at that in a while. This isn't the pat yourself on the back hour. Almost 7,000 subscribers, 1,500 videos. We do several a day, high volume. Coach did the one this morning, 5 hours of garnering 300 views. I don't get that many in the week. I'm not going to lie. And if you go scroll it down another link, I'll even go further. Here's, by the way, these are Jack Schwager's been on here multiple times. David Hunter, where's he been? Luke, the Pivot King, Peter Brandt. Guy forgot more than I'll ever know. Get to know it. Always another trade. Again, QBTS taking calls. Stocks taking calls. I'm not in them, and I haven't looked yet. Match.com is taking calls. Why is my chart not working? Bumble is taking calls. Match.com. What? 30.50? And why is not very reflecting in my chart? That's a freaking faux pas. What's going on here? Why isn't it on my daily? Calls got halted. Mav, are you on? Mav, are you in the room? Do you see the stock calls is 733? It's not reflecting on my daily chart. Oh, there it is. Okay. CEP, start out of stock on the board. Not in it. I either got to be all in, or it's not like I can, stop buying some UAL. When the stock 2 days ago was 31 and today the high was 29. It's got some decent volume too. Tandem Diabetes. You know what has earnings after the close, I think, Louis? Exact Scientists. Exact. They go together too. Exact Science. BIOS, they're good now. Corvo, another one talking about BIOS. AOI. Holy it. These see, why isn't it reflecting on the fucking chart? Well, I know why. You have the TradeView Markets platform open. Do I? Uber. The real man at Uber? RBRK. They're still bombing it. Every freaking dip. Bombing it. They don't care. The RSI is 62. Dell. They're buying more Dells going into June. They don't care where it is. And I bought more today too. Not gonna lie. All right, let's get down to other things. Wide range breakouts we're watching. Riven. You know, this is what happened. People get spoiled. They think, oh, here's Riven, highly, short, high short interest. People think it's going to open up at 18 the next day. This is the VIX. This is the VIX at support, by the way. That had me in the back of my. Took the dog for a walk, and I'm looking at the VIX right here. That's the gapper fill on the VIX into a Friday. Little euphoria. End of the month markup, and people chase Kramer. Look at what we said here. But wide range breakouts, I digress. Everyone. Riven. Planeteer wide range breakout still. EXLS. This stock. Excelis. I'm going to tell you. This stock. Buying it right now. One of the cleanest bios I've ever. Excelis. Clean. What a clean. This thing hasn't flinched. Little symbol too, EXCL. Excel. Hold on. Markets fund. Can you buy 2000 starter Excel at the market? Hold on. I love that sound. Okay. MIR. Rockets. What happened to this thing? Hot stock. That QBTS, you're onto something. MIR. You know what's taking calls? I saw even ACHR, drones. Another one. You want to buy what with J Norm? Mickey? The freaking room should be in this thing. Why, you ask? It's taking calls. Proper. AKRO. Another one I like, the symbol bio acting well, wide range breakout. Not that me. I topped the KUPH yesterday. AUPH. That's a stock that's in the Tradeview Markets Fund. Aurora. And as you see the last word in there before Aurora, you know what it says? Pharmaceutical. Above the gap, another gap. Go to the weekly. How many do I have? At 24,000. That's enough. Why? Because I was born on May 24th. Earnings. All right, let's get to this. Is a selfish nonsense. Crude oil. Coach had this, I think. Look at the crude, Coach. I'm telling you. You know, even Apache, I saw taking vote. They're trying to pick Apache. And the lower lows, how about PPF? First, refiners went down. Chevron's earnings still hasn't recovered. Let's see who has earnings. If you have any questions, please, I'll ask them. I'll answer them. QBTS, I like it. I do. You better buy before I get. I'm not saying I move markets, but I don't. Actually, I'm not saying that because I don't. Before the here, after the close. This is what I do to provide data to you all, to everybody here. This is part of the routine. Okay. After the close, what's today? Thursday? Feels like a Friday. Every day for this week felt like a Friday. But tomorrow, you know what? It's Friday. And it's the day before Amazon. And it's the day before the Kentucky Derby, first Friday, Saturday in May. That's after the close. Before the open. Before the open, where'd you go? Oh, May 2nd. Look at that Fubo, Exxon. Exxon and Chevron in the morning. to give a trading lesson on that. Let's see if Kramer's chirping. Saying there was no cut Lily. Ridiculous. He said buy Lily on the dip. Lily's near the lows. Lily didn't. Here's Lily. Like I said, there's no cut. Lily really ridiculous. We'll buy it for the club. Here's Lily today. I'm a Kramer, major Kramer fan. Lily, 896, closed at basically a 9 boner. 900 Lily. Open at 850. It did the typical dip and rip. Never broke the open. Boom. Boy, that's classic. That's clean. You know what? I'm not in it. I like to see it though, that something that clean worked. There's the chat. Hims. Surprised Hims is up as much as it is. There's Hims. Ultimate compliment. We've been shorted. You know what? It is heavily shorted still. And under-owned. God forbid good news comes out. Anyway, Kramer. Let's see what our friend. The band doing today. Oh boy. Larry. Important point made today. Posted on TGH. CRWD. You know what is in the CRWD crowd? You heard it. RBWK. Bombs, bazookas, triple dog dares. Bitcoin is, you know what? Some saying it's going to over 108,000. I'm not in it. Here it is. This was important today. Q's on track for the first close of the 50-day. 50 days of freaking line in the sand. Okay, there it is. A lot of things. Tomorrow's a Friday. It's Lewis, by the way, watch those triple ETFs on a Friday. They usually they unwind or either go the other way. They usually trend that day because of a weekly expiration. So don't be too fancy with those triple ETFs, especially on a Friday. Believe me, I'm saying that out of the love. Jesus is the 52-week high list. I bet you freaking Larry mentions every CVS. I'm shorted. Grinder and learn. Energy. The 52-week list isn't that sexy, but they're there. Some big movers here, man. SMMT, J-Norm. Even Live Nation. They've been pumping this thing, by the way, this Live Nation. I'm not in it. I wouldn't buy it with Mickey's money. But there's Live Nation. They're buying it into it. Twilo, Team Roku, all the XYZ, the former Square. Everything here is a 10 to 20% mover. And you know what? Look at what the market is. They're expensive. Not like we're trading freaking MT Steel. Even that's expensive, MT. I think MT's 30. MT is 30. Oh, look at the move, MT. Where was I today? See, that's what happens subconscious. I'm not that smart, but this stock made a move from 28 to 30 today, MT Steel. All right, let's check it. That's going to have what big signs. Well, let's check them. A couple of things here. BHP, Rio, X. Watch that match. That match.com. See that my chart doesn't reflect that. Miracle Grow married to this thing. What a dog. Look at this. I could have covered this for a big winner. But you know what we do here? We show more. Hims is breaking high. CVS. What happened there? We short this thing, right? All right, we're going to cover this thing, right? 70 strike price. I'll cover some of it. I'm short 3,200. From what? 71.19. That's not that good of a trade. I'll give 800. See there. The 22 still there? No, they took it away. ALB, AUR, Bill, Bull, Carter's, Heyo, International Game Technology, RXO, CMG. WV. Where's that QVT? What is this thing? Yellow UV. Bitch. Where's QBTS? It's still not a, where's the 50-day? 709. I can't get above the 50-day. Is that the one we like? QBTS? Rocket Lab, Celestica, D-Dog calls. Twilo bottom right has earnings after the close. AUR, Dog, Oils, Devon Energy. Well, you know what I like? What, Lewis? Aqua. How'd that get by me? That could work still. What, Lewis? I'm signing off if you don't have the question. I see in the corner. Any apples for Amazon? Okay, well, look. And you know what? Tell you one thing. You know what? Well, Microsoft, they had 2.5. Yeah, I'll answer your question. You know what could have would work? Twilo. Amazon, bullet right here. May 9's, 300,000. Lewis, somebody's betting 400,000. May 9th. That's next May 1st. When do they expire? May 9th, next week. Twilo is the one. Oh, this is the one I like. Match. Fubo, Amazon, that's the one. No, here's the flow, Lewis. I can't show too much. Like I said, if I was on the proverbial island, I only had one Twitter, one feed to pay for. So this is the one. They're even, Lewis. They're even. There's the puts and calls. You know what? You're right about the question. It's a fair question. Apple, no, nothing. Cent gainers in the last 60 minutes. You're welcome, Lewis. Good question. Proud of you. PNVX battery. ARRY battery, if you will. Oh, you know what I mean. Moving. KOLD. Tandem. Tandem's moving with the Exact Scientist, Lewis. You remember how those two got caught? You have to remember these things. ENVX not bad. Array not bad. But yet this ALB lithium came all the way back. Good question. I was asking about options. Well, they know more. They do. Telling you. Retail guys buy 100 shares of Apple. Options, little guys. There's the moves. Expected moves this evening for our boy David. Good guy. Apple 9, Amazon 12. Reddit's going to move 16. Team. I'll repost. You know what? No, I know that. I could already post that myself. I'm not going to confirm that. He knows, but this stock. Ah, nice job, by the way. The team right on the money as we go live. Here, look at this. Look at the insanity. Coin. That's not the one though. Planetary. $1.3 million bet next month, if you will. No problem. Follows it up to another $1.3 million bet going June 140s and 120s. So somebody just said, you know what? It's 3:23 p.m. Ooh, hot, that's what I like. Hot taking calls. Hot. So somebody just put what? 2.6, 2.7 million into June into Planetary calls. Nice trade. It probably that's it. With all these earnings coming out within what, half an hour, give or take, Coach always sticks in the back of my head. Comments on Tiger. I got you, Jeff. You know what? All these earnings coming out is 3:30 and change Eastern. You're not gonna make if you didn't make it or lose it now, you're not gonna do, don't relax. Wait. Comments on Tiger. I'm gonna tell you my comments on Tiger. Okay. And I have them. So let me write down that HUD staking options. And it has been. Top three crypto stocks taking earnings. Let's go to the charts. Second. It's got some Miracle Grow. CRI. It's got some Miracle Grow. CVS. All right, Tiger. When you know what, Jeff? I don't even when I see when you ask me a question like Tiger, I'm not even going to look at Tiger first. You probably know which one I'm going to look at first. If not, sit these. I look at this one. Yep, I already know what my answer is on Tiger. Go. Oh, even that GDS. I was the moron that put it on. I built such a nice. I looked at it like 2 days ago. Such a nice position as GDS. They flushed it below the 200 day, and I really traded it well. I made the hard proverbial money right down here, like 20. Stock went to 26. No, I know Tiger. JD's taking JD's taking calls. ZK, I bought some. Now you know why. Tiger's good. Where's hot? Oh, 6,000 HUD at the market at 60,000. Well, that'd be nice. Okay. Top calls. Now, I'm gonna be, as I said before, for the more regular use, I have to be careful of the verbiage. That's HUD, by the way. I would, the stock taking the most amount of calls relative towards Bitcoin, if you will, is BTDR. And a lot of them. Come on. It is what it is. Number two, yeah. Oh, man. The number two is iron. It is what, in there, and I believe there's some more energy related, both of them. Iron, taking calls, yeah. Hi. See that look? Thanks, Math. Got a good team here, Tradeview. I'm not gonna lie. Batteries, great team. I'm a rocket scientist. I don't even know how to cut and paste. Battery stocks, ENVX. Array taking some action, not interested. Perch. Oh, let's see what's moving down. What's percent losers in 60 minutes? Nothing. Reddit. There's some guy. You want to know something? There's somebody. What a player. Fucking player. Reddit. Guy put in 1 million calls, May 9th, 1:30. There it is. Look at this thing. I don't see it. Just chart wise, it should have bounced more. I don't know. What I don't know, I don't know. I'm not gonna believe me. I'm not gonna step in front of that one. I don't know. Exxon. I have a feeling. Yeah, I should see that. It's all about the flow. I don't care what my opinion on Devon Energy right here is irrelevant. If it flowed, down in. Sign off in a second. Thanks, Matt, by the way. The fourth team. Freaking pit crew. I have a long memory. One thing I said, because I've been broken rich several times. When Michael has, everybody's have. Is there any feeling about him out in expiration? Oh, JD calls. No, they're committed to this. No, JD's, I mean, aside from the fact that it doesn't look that good technically, no, they're in. I get it. Listen, this is what it says to me. If, well, you know what? You don't know. If it doesn't work, it could go here. JD calls. It is what it is. And I'll leave it there. Thanks to the team behind me. Great questions. The team. Remember what's going to happen afterwards. How much I think Amazon or what it is, Apple, are like 12% of the NASDAQ. Just chill out. You know what I mean? We're here. Relax. Be a pro.